Am I wrong for not wanting to get my girlfriend an expensive engagement ring? I, 26 male, have been with my girlfriend, 26 female, for 4 years, and we've recently been talking more and more about marriage. Although my girlfriend grew up relatively well off, for the time I've known her, she's been pretty low maintenance. She's never cared about designer brands, rarely buys new clothes, and the jewelry she owns was gifted to her. I have a decent job and make up to $80,000 a year, and I've been saving for a while, but growing up, my family didn't have a lot of money. My girlfriend and I have always seemed to be on the same page when it comes to saving money. I assumed she would be fine with a more affordable ring. When I started looking into rings, I discovered moissanite rings, which look similar to diamond rings but are much more affordable. I was looking at rings in the $1,500 to $1,800 range. When I mentioned this to her, she insisted she wanted a real diamond ring and sent me links to a bunch of diamond rings that she liked. The prices range from $6,500 to $10,000. I told her I wasn't willing to spend that much. She seemed genuinely mad and said it wasn't that expensive. We got into a pretty big argument over it. I told her that it was ridiculous to ask me to spend that much and that I thought she was more reasonable than that. She said I was being cheap and that I could afford it and that I was basically saying she wasn't worth it. I told her no one is worth a $10,000 ring. Eventually, my girlfriend said she didn't care and that I should get whatever ring I want, but she's clearly still mad and I know this is going to be an ongoing argument. I'm a bit frustrated because this seems out of left field. I've always known marriage is super important to her, but I didn't realize she'd insist on a diamond ring. So I talked to my older sister about it, who despite agreeing diamond rings were stupidly priced, sided with my girlfriend and said if I could afford it, she didn't see the big deal. She added that my girlfriend has done so much for me and I was being an asshole about this. What my sister means by my girlfriend doing so much for me is that she was really supportive when I was in a serious car accident 4 years ago. I broke multiple bones and required a few surgeries. Although where I live, most healthcare is covered, I was unable to work for a while and had expenses I wasn't able to pay. I had been dating my girlfriend for only 6 months at the time and she was really there for me. I couldn't pay my rent, so she let me move in with her for free and help pay for a few expenses and for physical therapy I needed. She also helped me get a job with her uncle, who is a VP of an insurance company. Obviously, I've thanked her for all she did for me, but it's not something we talk about much. I don't think I'm obligated to buy an expensive ring because she helped me out a few years ago. But if my own sister said this, I'm guessing my girlfriend must feel this way as well. So, am I the asshole here?
Girlfriend thinks she is 80% the reason for my success and got mad when I told her she is not. I've been dating my girlfriend for about 3.5 years now. I am 29 and she is 28. Overall, our relationship is great and we have a good dynamic. Today we hosted some family members because I got a huge promotion. While her mum was congratulating me, she said something along the line that she is 80% the reason for what I have achieved in life. To this, I just said, yeah, you wish. After this, she has been pretty mad at me. I don't appreciate her, which is not true. I do appreciate her and acknowledge her help, but 80% seems a bit too much to me. To be fair to me, it's me who has a double master's and an ACCA qualification. It is also me who has worked 85 hours a week for the last 4 to 5 years. To her, I am trying to take away her sacrifices and just being an ungrateful douche. It's not like she stayed back and hurt her career for mine. She did also work towards hers, but only got a bachelor's and has worked 35 to 40 hours a week for the duration of our relationship. I see this as a little red flag. Not enough to end the relationship, but I would like to get the credit where I deserve it. She says we can talk when I am ready to acknowledge what she has done for me fairly, which to her is again 80%. How the fuck should I deal with this? My mum thinks I should just agree with her if that makes her happy, but I don't think that's fair to me. Any advice and opinion on my relationship?
I, 30 male, pissed my wife, 27 female off, and now she wants me to do everything. I already know I'm the asshole. I just want help to fix it. To begin, when I met my now wife, she had about $9,000 in credit card debt. She grew up in poverty, got her first credit card, and got into financial trouble with it. Song as old as time. She told me about it pretty early on in the serious phase of our relationship. We had been friends with benefits for a year already, before we decided to make it exclusive, and even told me about her plan to fix it, showed me her budget, and had a time frame. To her credit, she did it. It took her about 14 months of hard saving and scrimping, and she rejected all of my offers to help because she wanted to own her mistake. That was 5 years ago. We're now married with twins aged 6. She's a stay-at-home mom, but receives about $1,000 per month in VA disability and cleans houses part-time while our kids are in school. The $1,000 goes entirely to our mortgage, plus some of the money that she makes cleaning houses because she likes to put extra on the principal. So, she has her own spending money. We do have one credit card, mine, of which she is an authorized user. I do stay vigilant about the card because I guess I never really let myself trust her with money. On to the problem. I noticed earlier this week, after years of good financial decisions and fiscal responsibility on her part, that the credit card seemed higher than normal. So I went looking at the statement. My wife hadn't mentioned anything, and I hadn't seen anything expensive coming into the house. So I was shocked to see charges from GameStop, grocery store charges outside of her normal shopping trip, a salon, Walmart, a movie theater, and Amazon. It came out to about $600, and I immediately realized she had a relapse. I confronted her in the kitchen while she was putting together something for our kids' class, and I admit I laid right into her. She just kind of stared at me while I'm getting more and more worked up, and when I had said my piece, she agreed. She had messed up, would return everything except the salon services, obviously, and give me back the credit card. I thought this was an admission of guilt, which made me even more angry, and demanded to know how much she spent on these Halloween goodie bags she was putting together, because it looked expensive, and I didn't see why we would spend so much on first graders. And she said only $15 since she got everything at the dollar store. Well, I found out today how badly I fucked up. She told me that everything had been returned, and now I was in charge of the birthday party, the birthday presents, and the Christmas shopping, and the class Christmas party contribution, since I didn't trust her to do those things. Turns out, all those charges were for the kids' birthday and birthday party at the movie theater. November 10th is their birthday. Christmas shopping, she had actually finished for everyone we usually buy for, and even the salon charges were for our son's haircuts. Now she's returned everything, and even has told me grocery shopping is also my job now. I can't handle all that. I didn't even remember it was my kids' birthday soon. How do I fix this so we can go back to how it was? I've already groveled, and she just says I apparently have 5 years of groveling to do if all I've been waiting for is the other shoe to drop, when she's been nothing but exemplary when it comes to finances in all this time. Help, please.
My 28 male, girlfriend's 30 female, best friend told me that my girlfriend didn't like me when we started our relationship. And this story does follow with an update as well. We have been dating for 6 years. My girlfriend and I met and she was doing pretty badly for herself. She had dropped out of college, working a dead-end job, and her anxiety was through the roof. Over the last 6 years, she has done remarkably well for herself. She completed a degree and she is much better able to deal with her anxiety. Her career has started to take off and she was hired for a dream job. She is thriving and I want her to. She has changed and I'm so happy to see her be who she wants to be. She has been very busy with her new job lately and we rarely get to spend time together. She is also making new friends at work and hanging out with them. I've met them a few times and they are all smart, attractive people. People have always looked at us oddly because she is gorgeous and I am not. A few people have stared bug-eyed at us and said, "You guys are dating." It really didn't affect me as much earlier on, but now that she is doing so well, I'm just starting to wonder if she's going to wise up and she deserves better. Sometimes I worry that she started to date me because she has very low self-esteem and she just wanted someone to love her. We were hanging out at our place with her best friend. We were all pretty drunk and my girlfriend fell asleep on the couch while we were still drinking. Her friend has a tendency to talk a lot when she is drunk. She talked to me. She told me that she liked me and she hadn't really expected the relationship to last because my girlfriend wasn't really into me but wanted someone to care for her and dote on her because she was feeling really horrible about herself. She told me that being with me has been really good for her, and then she started to cry and talk about how she was incredibly worried about her during that time. I awkwardly comforted her and fell asleep too. I have been thinking about this conversation a lot. I know it is silly. My girlfriend has been nothing but loving and this is a great relationship, but all my insecurities are being inflamed by what I learned. I haven't talked to her about it, but I feel like it's a gut punch. I am so worried now that she is going to break up with me when she realizes she can do better than me. I just don't know what I can do about this. I think she doesn't know what her friend told me and I just feel incredibly wound up right now. I just should talk to her, but I'm not really prepared for what could happen if it goes sideways.
I almost got into a fight with this girl yesterday. Like a full-on fight. So yesterday, me and my boyfriend went ice skating. And whenever I go ice skating, I get noticed like a lot because I have a platform on TikTok. And I love it. It makes my day. It makes me so happy. I love meeting people. But I have never had an experience like this. So I'm ice skating with my boyfriend for like 4 hours. A lot of people come up to me. A lot of people say hi. We make TikToks, take pictures, whatever. It was so fun. Loved it. So after like 4 hours, I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I'm gonna go home. My feet hurt really bad. So me and my boyfriend get in the line to like leave the ice rink because it was really, really busy. So there was like a line to leave. And there's a girl in line that was in front of us. And I thought I recognized her. I thought I knew her from somewhere. But she turns around, looks at me, picks her phone up and takes a picture of me, and then just starts laughing. I was like, that was weird. That was really weird right there. At first I was like, I don't know, maybe she like recognized me and didn't want to like come up and say hi. But then I was like, but she was laughing at me. So she's obviously like taking a picture of me to make fun of me. Like, weird. Anyway, so we get out the ice rink and we're walking back to my car. And as we're walking to my car, I see the girl on the sidewalk, like just standing there. And with her were like a couple of her friends. I'm guessing they were her friends. I literally don't know. But she was standing there with a group of people nonetheless. So I'm like walking past her and she's like, oh my God, hi. I'm like, oh my God, hi. Like, you know, saying hi, whatever. I assume that she like knew me from TikTok. So we're sitting there talking for a little bit. And then, you know, the conversation stops. It got a little awkward. So I'm like, oh, did you want to take a picture? Her entire like friend group started to like laugh. And the girl looked at me and she goes, no. So I'm assuming that she's joking. Like, no. Like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, yeah, no. And I like get close to her to like take a picture. Cause like, I don't know, I thought she was joking. And she like backs away and she goes, like that little look that girls give you. So at that point, I'm just like, okay, we'll have a good day. My boyfriend's like, yeah, Kayla, let's go. This is getting weird. So I'm walking away. One of the girls in the group yells, your extensions look like SHIT. Because I have hair extensions in. Like, look, I have hair extensions. And sure, I guess they might have looked bad from the back because I was skating, so my hair got messed up and you probably could see my extensions. But that was so rude. So I like yelled back joking. I'm like, I know, right? At this point, my boyfriend's like, okay, Kayla, we need to get back to the car because this is weird. He got a vibe that they were gonna try to fight, whatever. So at this point, we start walking away quite fastly. And then I hear the girls yell again, why are you running away, you scared? And I yell back, no, I just have to get home. Which at that point, one of the girls that I did not even know was there walks up to me and was like, what are you gonna do about it? I'm like, do about what? I don't know why you're mad. What are we doing about it? I don't know. So my boyfriend grabs me by the arm and is like, nope, we're going. Because our car at this point was like maybe 10 feet away from us. We got in the car, drove away fast. And the girls recorded us like driving out of the parking spot. It was weird. I don't know what their issue. I've never ever had an experience like that in my life. That was like, why? What did I do? You don't have to like me. Well, why are you gonna try to fight me? The best thing I could think of is that they wanted a story time about this, which I guess they're getting.